Good afternoon, business owners. Welcome to another episode of Follow the Brand TV. I am your host, Grant McGaugh, CEO of 5-Star BDM, a 5-star personal brand and business development company. I want to take you on a journey through another deep dive into the world of personal branding and business development using compelling personal stories, business conversations, and tips to improve your brand. By listening to the Follow the Brand TV series, you will differentiate yourself from the competition and build trust with prospective clients and employers. You never get a second chance to make a first impression. Make it one that will set you apart, build confidence, and reflect who you are. Building your 5-star personal brand is a great way to improve your skills and knowledge. If you have any questions for me or any of my guests, please email me at grant.mcgaugh@5starbdm.com. Now, let's begin with our next episode on the Follow the Brand TV.
Five-Star BDM, Brand Development Masters, is a professional consulting and advisory group keenly focused on business development services for the small to mid-sized business and entrepreneurs. Although every business is unique, they often share business development challenges that can be addressed through smart branding. Services include process improvement and operations, digital strategy and transformation, business intelligence, digital marketing, and personal branding. Our business and personal branding company has helped a number of professionals and organizations to optimize and grow. This results in more business, more opportunities, better reach, positive outcomes. Visit www.5starbdm.com today to learn more.
Entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Grant McGaugh. I am the CEO of 5-Star BDM and your moderator for this afternoon and into the evening on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. I'm going to bring up to the stage with me right now Dr. Fred Hicks from Cyberminds. There he is right there. The phenomenal Dr. Fred Hicks. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful this afternoon. How are you?
This is great, man. We get to do a preview of a conversation we're going to have with Dr. Alexis Pertero-Weeks around Cyberminds, but we get an opportunity to talk to you just a little bit. Give me just a little context here for the audience, a little bit of your background. You have a storied background in a lot of different areas. Just give us some context about who Dr. Fred Hicks is.
Been very fortunate to not only grow up here in South Florida, but to be native to South Florida. One of 5, was fortunate enough to also attend Palmetto Senior High School. You may have heard of a few techie names that came out of Palmetto. You know, Jeff Bezos showed up out of Palmetto Senior High, and so too did the current Supreme Court Justice, Ketanji Brown Jackson. Had the opportunity to sit next to her on stage, compete, and participate in speech and debate early in my life, and then off to college. Went to college in New Orleans at Loyola University, wonderful Catholic Jesuit institution. Came back to Florida, had to come back to my roots. Attended St. Thomas University, picked up a master's, spent a small stint in the law school there, and then subsequently came back one more time and recently graduated with my executive doctorate, focusing on business administration in information security. This afternoon, you're going to have an opportunity to discuss AI, the new AI framework from the National Institute of Standards and Technology, NIST, with Dr. Pedro Weeks. We were elbow to elbow in class, grinding it out. Now we're here in our professional spaces, and we're going to make something happen. We are part of Cyberminds, the original founders, and we're excited. We're here.
Oh man, I'm excited. Cybersecurity is huge. When you start looking at technology and technology information, you can't, leave cybersecurity out. That is what protects everyone. They're almost like in regular society. This is why you have a criminal justice system out there. You have police people, because there's nefarious actors that are out there taking advantage of people, innocent people most of the time, naive in certain ways, that don't understand that there are people out there that have nothing better to do than to defraud you of your money, which I think is an unfortunate reality in our world. But I understand, is this correct, that cybersecurity, the cybersecurity sector as a business is a $6 trillion business?
Yes, sir. You are not incorrect at all. Trillions of dollars are devoted to both protecting against and those people, the nefarious actors on the other side of the table, saying, we're going to take your money. We're going to get you today. If we don't get you today, we're going to get you in the morning, or we'll wait 5 years from now and get you when you become a senior. We're going to attempt to get you earlier in life. Children are now being targeted. Young adults, can you imagine someone sitting around thinking, you know what? I think if I can get 12 kids to send me $100 each, I will have earned my check for the week.
Wow.
This nature of this evil runs deep, and they're writing code and using artificial intelligence to launch that code to keep these campaigns going. When we're asleep, AI is up. And when you think about the globe, this is not just happening in the US. These attacks might be coming from overseas, different continents attacking. And we're the biggest target because, look, we just found out yesterday that the GDP was phenomenal for America, right? Everybody saved a bunch of money staying at home during the pandemic. People know that we have money in our accounts. People know. And the people who know are coming for you. They're coming for you every time you think they're not. They're coming for you. And they are winning. On average, the average person, according to national reports, are losing about $1,800 each time they get got. I say that and I just think about it. I can't afford $1,800 out of my account right now. We have light bill, phone bill. We got to put groceries on the table. $1,800 from a senior. They are winning trillions of dollars.
Yeah. No, that's unfortunate. And what you just said there, because most people that think cybersecurity, what's in the news most of the time, large corporations, big institutions that they have insurance, cybersecurity insurance, possibly depending on how that works up. Maybe they get a check at the end of the day for some of that back. But it's the everyday person going online being duped. And I don't want to steal any thunder what we're going to talk about here at the top of the hour and into 5 o'clock. However, I want to ask a little bit more about yourself, because all that education, all those things, you're sitting next to all these incredible individuals. Why did you pick cybersecurity as part of your profession?
So and I'm glad you asked the question, because honesty is really important to me. So in my career, I kept thinking, you know what? I wanted an honest profession, something dealing with either teaching or technology or medicine. Hey, I'll be the first one to admit I tried medicine. I just could not stand some of the sense in medicine, and weak stomach. It wasn't for me. Had the mind and the aptitude for it. Love science, but couldn't deal with it. Can see the side of blood, but couldn't deal with the secondary components thereafter.
Yeah.
I was teaching for a while. And when I tell you I took great pleasure in teaching, it was just an absolute honest profession, because you could choose to tell a group of students a falsehood, or you could choose to empower their minds to grow further and to expand their own horizons. Life got in the way, realized that teaching was not going to be lucrative enough. I jumped on the Microsoft track. I rode that wave as far as I can ride it because honestly, I've never had a piece of technology judge me. I've never had a piece of technology try to put me in a different position until the invention of AI. That's why I love the technology so far and so much in my own path, because it just takes us everywhere you could possibly imagine. From being a small Trekkie, growing up watching Star Wars, and now imagining a machine talking to you. I lived through that generation where you had, look, here's the microwave, put something in, instant gratification. Hey, wait a minute. I pressed the button on the TV remote and it changed the channel. I went through all of it, playing CDs. Now everything is up in the cloud. The question becomes, how do you secure it? How do you make sure that all of this wonderful technology that's around us and that has consumed this current generation of children is protected? Because we need to be protected. Our information needs to be protected so that someone doesn't come along and grab everything that you work for in an instant and they're off and running. You can never find them. From cryptocurrency all the way through to artificial intelligence, the sky's the limit. And for many of our children who are looking for a career where you have some wonderful aptitude and creativity, technology might be the answer. Technology is your out because there's so many different buckets you can fit into. You could be a web designer, a database administrator, a systems analyst, cybersecurity expert, you name it. You could write code, teach AI. You have an opportunity. And it doesn't matter what zip code you were born in. I came from one of the most impoverished zip codes in South Florida, and I made it. You need the tools to make it as well. So please, everybody, if you're a parent, you need to talk to your child. You want to give them options. Look at that whole spectrum of technology, information security. The sky is the limit. Continue to thrive. Continue to think, wait, I could be an attorney. I can be the top technologist. I can do it. When you put that in the minds of all of our children, we all win. Every last one of us wins.
We all do. And we are winning now, especially when you realize what you have in the palm of your hand. Think about this. Dating myself, probably yourself, you brought up some things. I remember when you had to get knowledge, I remember having an encyclopedia. I remember having they call a psycho teacher. You would put it in certain things and you would get some information, right? Or if you got bold, you took an adventure down to the library and you had to learn about the card catalog system, which is wow, who thought of that, But it took a lot of time and effort. Now you have in the palm of your hand about 1,000 years of human experience all across the globe. And the access to information and knowledge, the only barrier is yourself.
That's it. You hit it on the head. You hit it on the head. We thought Yahoo was the bomb. We now know Google is up for an antitrust lawsuit because they're afraid that they're about to be sunset as the bomb, as the thing to have. Yeah. And imagine walking up to a thing that looks like you now that has Google, Yahoo, the Dewey Decimal System, all the encyclopedias and everything mom, dad, uncle, auntie, everybody ever said to you as advice stored at your fingertips. Right. And now you don't have to type. You just say it. You could say, chat GBT, tell me what was the fork distance between now and today with the Ice Age, and all kind of literature will come spitting out at you. Wow. We are here. Technology is in your face. We think switching through Apple TV is incredible. You have no idea the power that is resting in those clouds above you. Our students have a wonderful opportunity to climb out of whatever position they're in. We just have to give it a try. And I'm glad you mentioned the Dewey Decimal System, because I remember having to sit and get those cards and walk into the library and say to them, I think I'm looking for the book on Shakespeare. And they would look at me and say, I don't think we have that. I think someone checked it out. Those days are over. You click one button and the whole entire literature shows up on your screen.
Everything shows up. Speak to you. Like you said earlier, you can get an audio readout of that. You still need to apply yourself. I tell people like, well, it's going to replace, this basic learning. I said, well, guess what? Did the calculator replace math? Like, I don't think so. You still need
That's right.
your basic computation skills. It just allows you to do it quicker. So that's the whole point of this. It's nice to be able to still read an entire book on Shakespeare, let's say, but it'd
That's
be
right.
nice to get, if you need information quicker, easier, faster, why not? So our intelligence and the way that we consume knowledge, it's changing, and our science fiction movies is already showing us the future. It's already showing it to. I mean, how many people are in love with C-3PO? I mean, that was 1970s, right?
That's
You
right.
have
That's right. He would show up and everybody was like, oh man, I love this guy. So
yeah.
you brought up something that I just want to make sure that we go back to and remember for half a second. When the calculator was born, just like you said, math didn't disappear. So in the background of all of this technology, there's a group of people writing code, and they're still dependent on, for those languages that you think are just invisible, writing Python, understanding SQL, understanding how to do .NET, A+, and C++. All of these different coding languages are rudimentarily ground in math and science. Then you have creativity. Okay, what can you imagine? If you can imagine it, it can appear. Between the virtual reality hats that people can put on, even if you go to a game room nowadays, that has changed. No more sitting there playing Pac-Man. No, you putting on a whole mask and going into a virtual world. Even how kids play has evolved with this technology. So don't sleep on it. Something I want to just remind everybody of. While somebody's creating something at night, they're also creating wealth for a group of people over here.
Yeah.
What do I mean by that? Pay attention. Watch very carefully. There are several different companies creating different pieces of technology, AI related. Those might be wonderful opportunities for financial gains in the future. Don't just work on this side. Get to a point where you can own a piece of it, because while we're asleep, somebody's thinking, and you could be earning money as you go along. I'm preaching that to my kids every single day. I sat and watched that Microsoft wave take off. If I was in a better financial position, I would have dumped every penny that I had extra into those companies to keep myself going and that next generational wealth. And that's a whole nother topic outside of what AI has done and what it can do for all of us, because we are looking at it from one side, users. We need to look at it as it can work for me in multiple ways. Open up our horizons, people. Stay open to every idea.
Well, what you just
That's
said
what AI
there,
is
I
about.
want our parents. So I remember, you played a video game, brought a video game, right? You said, man, Junior, all he does is play video games all day. All he does is play video games. Do you understand that video game is probably one of the most important pieces of technology that's been developed? You have what we call Unreal Engine. What you've got now is all these other like Roblox that are out there. These are different platforms that use this type of tech to create 3D virtual worlds, like Unity. Unity is another platform. I want my kids to learn, if you can program and create a virtual world that you can now get others to play in, if that's what it is, or learn in. These training simulators is basically what they are becoming very, very unique. Talk about an economic opportunity. No one owns this space. So now
No
my
one.
kids can say, like, you know what? So now I see you playing Fortnite. Could you create something similar to that? Here's the application. Now they've got this opened up now, right? They got open source. You're gonna need to know what open source. Open source really means that no one owns the technology. There's no patent on it. There's no intellectual property that you're gonna get in trouble with. They want you to go in there and play with it. You can now end up developing something that's just incredible. You have this technology in your living room. You have a cell phone. You probably have a gaming engine. You've got that Nintendo just sitting there right there. Do you know you can open that baby up and start programming it yourself?
Is the beauty of where we are. That's amazing stuff. That's what we have to do. Open up our horizons. Just playing that game is the tip of the iceberg. Write your own code, everyone. Make your own game. You can win it.
I think I'm back. Yes.
You are back.
So, and getting back to the other point, we got a few minutes here. We need to understand something. Now, I always talk about you look at technology in decades and look at how it's impacted the social impact of technology on everyday life. Well, I was becoming, into awareness as a human being. We had 3 television stations, we had maybe a couple of radio stations, right? And you go to the movies, right? You bought albums, right? You had a 45, right?
And CDs.
Well, that was even later. I didn't have a CD. Like, what is that? That came later. A CD, I didn't see a CD until like the 1980s. I remember 8-track cassettes. The whole point of that is saying, look at how this technology has changed the social impact. I remember having to wait, I think it was like every Saturday, to hear the latest music that came out. And it came out of like New York or something like that, because you didn't have it, because your radio station didn't have it. So everything came out of the East. So people that visit, oh, you guys are way behind. You haven't heard all the new stuff. Now you get this music instantaneously. So the collapse of the windows of time and space has occurred at a greater level. And to your point earlier, around what's about to take place or is taking place is astronomical, and we need to be a part of this.
We have to be a part of it. And every corner of our neighborhoods needs to be aware of this explosion. If you're not sitting in front of a device, even kids on a bus, kids at the barbershop are sitting with a small device in their hands. They need to decipher the power of what that represents. There are things that are going to happen to the point where soon you will see AI being implanted, first for medical reasons, and then second for reasons to ensure that they can keep track of kids, keep track of assets. These things are happening at an astronomical rate. The change paradigm with technology is so fast and so incredible. If you're not a part of it, it will leave you behind. I'm encouraging everyone. Learn a little bit about the technology that you're utilizing and the technology that's available to your child, to your future, especially if you're a senior. Try to keep up. Everybody needs to understand.
I tell you right now, we gotta let go. We're gonna bring a lot more information here after we come back from commercial break. This has been a great teaser with Dr. Fred Hicks. Thank you so very, very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah. Genius is common, and we will see you definitely on the other side. Greetings. I am Grant McGaugh, the CEO and guide behind 5-Star BDM, your sanctuary for business transformation. Here, enterprises are reborn through the harmonious synthesis of strategy and state-of-the-art technology, all under the illuminating embrace of artificial intelligence. My journey is fueled by an unyielding passion to unlock the boundless opportunities embedded within technology. Here at 5-Star BDM, we intertwine with the quintessential values of our clients, meticulously crafting roadmaps that resonate with precision, adaptability, and harmony. We relish addressing challenges, transforming them into stepping stones and guiding organizations to ascend to new peaks by leveraging avant-garde solutions. Our Follow the Brand podcast series is a convergence of pioneering thoughts and groundbreaking ideas, where industry luminaries and revered guests unravel the multifaceted tapestry of technology and innovation. Diving deep into the core of operational essence, we at 5-Star BDM orchestrate swift and transformative changes, refine processes, and amplify customer experiences, all through the eloquence of AI and digital mastery. In synergy with our value partners, we marry technology, tenacity, and creative intuition with ensuring every encounter within your digital sphere is not just functional, but a harmonious symphony of delight and substantial impact. With 5-Star BDM, you're not simply constructing a business. You are sculpting a progressive journey, morphing every opportunity into a symphony of success. So let's innovate, elevate, and thrive together, turning opportunity into success and innovative brilliance. Reach out and commence this transformative journey by going to 5starbdm.com for more information. By building strong relationships with potential customers and demonstrating its value, my client was able to close more sales, drive a 200% increase in revenue, and establish a loyal customer base. Understand this, the Black Business Network is a global community that's sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. Now, we had him on earlier. We're going to bring him back. That's Dr. Fred Hicks. He is a beacon of justice and transformation in our world today. And I want to introduce him as a forefront on the world of cyber innovations and data security. So let's welcome Dr. Fred Hicks back to the Black Business Network.
Hello, hello. How are you this evening, everyone?
We are doing fine. Now, we had that conversation a little earlier. We want to continue along those lines because the social impact of the technological shift that is taking place today. Now, there are certain technological leaps that have occurred in society that have changed things. Think of the television, think of electricity, think of the automobile, something that each individual can actually participate in. So artificial intelligence, machine learning, cybersecurity is a part of this shift that will radically change the human experience. Give us some context on how you feel this landscape is going to progress in the years to come.
I'm glad you asked those questions. And let me start with trust. And what I mean by that is we trust our technology so much. We have said to the owners of cars, you could drive me over here. You can drive me wherever you want. I'll sit back in the back seat because we trust the technology that much. And let's go with where it started, right? We start with what we heard. We start trusting as a small child. We trust our parents. We trust our teachers. We trust our elders. Then we started trusting everything that Google said. Then we started trusting everything, and we skipped over what the TV told us, what we read in the paper. And that whole theme of trust is now at the forefront of using artificial intelligence. We know for a fact that there are actors out there who are trying to get everything they can from us, and we don't trust them because we know they're already up to no good, right? So the technology, in my mind, hinges on two platforms. Either you trust it or you don't. Many of the Americans trust everything that they see in front of them. We trust sometimes what we should not trust. When we pick up a piece of technology and it has a piece of artificial intelligence, what do I mean by that? Hey, Siri, what time is it? That little snippet of artificial intelligence has just told you the time. How easy was it for you to simply look at your own watch? or to look at the face of your own phone and look at the time. But we trust everything we see from that AI universe, right? And that's where AI is headed. That's where this technology is headed. So on the side of those who trust it, you open yourself up to vulnerability and attack. And when you open yourself up for vulnerability and attack, here come those cyber agents who are coming to get your money, get your personal information, take your identity, and use it against you. So for me, that dividing line falls right against trust. And that's where this technology is headed.
Wow, man, trust. I heard that one, because, you know, being in the service and people that have been in the military and that kind of thing, they go trust, but then they also go verify. Trust, but verify. We are forgetting that verify. We must understand. It's just like somebody comes to your door and they come knocking or they ring your doorbell. You trust that somebody's there, but can you have to verify the identity of the person on the other side? And that's the problem, because you ain't going to just open the door and let anybody in. So if
That's right.
Verify that, right? So if you're not
That's
doing
right.
it, I think that's where, you know, in the technological world, and I've been in technology 25 years. I've seen my own mom now really adopt social media and certain things. She knows how to operate, you know, a smartphone and that type of thing. I didn't think she's good with that, right? But they don't understand verify. Verify
That's that missing
is
piece.
so important, because I think I'm getting 2 to 3 phishing emails a day. Does that sound about right?
You are below average. You're right below average. The average person is going to see 8, 9, 10 a day. And so I want to take you right through that thread where you started with that verify, that other half. So go to passwords for a minute. So you're sitting and you're creating a password so that each time that you have to log in, let's go right to the heart of it. Let's go to your bank account. You look on your bank account, and before you click, you try to log in with your password. And then we said, you know what? Password's not enough. We need a passphrase. No. Passphrase, password, that's not enough. We need a fingerprint. You trusted so fast that you click on whatever shows up on that screen, and now the evil agent shows up and says, you know what? I'm going to make the screen look like what you thought it did 5 seconds ago.
Wow.
And you put your finger on there, and I got you. Put your finger on it if you want to. I'm going to get you because you trust it. We don't verify much. That's what happens with the phishing. The click rate, several studies have indicated, especially those studies that have come out in the last 4 to 5 years, the average, especially Americans, is so trustworthy. They receive anything related to something in their life, and they are so fast to click. What do I mean by that? Right now, the hype is student loans and repayments. You know, you have almost 60 million people who owe debt. So if I send you a phishing email today and you look at it and you think it's from the U.S. Department of Education, you click before you even realize this is a bogus website. We don't take time to verify. We do it on the phone. We answer that phone so fast. Oh, this is Bank of America. Hold on. Bank of America is not going to call you. IRS is not going to call you. You need to call them. That's your verification. The human frailty because of that trust line is what breaks us so often. We don't bother verifying because we think we know everything around us is trustworthy. Hey, Google, what's my last name? Did you really need Google to tell you that? You didn't. You did not. That's what we're after, from navigation systems all the way through to our cell phones and our mobile devices. We trust so quickly. And like you said in the military, if you don't verify, something's wrong. Open the door if you want to. And that's what you're doing by clicking. You're opening the door and letting those evil, nefarious thoughts play out because they thought of it long before you clicked. I promise you that. I promise you, because the trillions of dollars that they're making off of it is proof. That's evidence right there. That's their verification that we suck.
And, you know, especially as somebody, so we already know human social engineering, it's going to be tough because now they can mimic your voice. They can mimic your appearance. It's getting harder and harder to verify who's who, you know, especially in the digital world. And people can now look like anything they want to. However, you just got to start looking at some common sense. And you alluded to it earlier. What is it asking you to do? What is it asking you to do? And does that make sense? Spidey sense will most likely go off. All of a sudden, you get an email from Grant McGaugh and says, "Hey, I need gas money for, and I'm gonna need $300 in order to get out of this trouble." Like, why is Grant emailing me? First of all, he doesn't know me like that. Why would he do that? And so that goes on. And I remember getting a phishing email. I didn't realize what it was. It just came in, and it was part of an association I'm with. It was a president association, and I saw his name on there, and it just came in and said, "Hey, I'm stuck in a meeting. I need you to go and get some those cash cards over at the Walmart, and then read me the numbers off of them, and then send them over to me so I can go ahead and get some gifts for the people that are in the room." And I'm like, oh, Oscar's asking me this. So I'm actually going over to the store till let me call this off because this sounds so weird. So I finally called. And they said, "No, Oscar's not, he's not even at this location." Like, what? So did you really look at the email? Is that really from Oscar? Then when I looked at it and then peeled it back, I said, "Oh, wow, that's not even from him. It was some nefarious person," but they had masked that email. And ever since then, I always check the email just to see, is it from who I think it's from?
Everyone gets spearphished one time. So you were spearphished because they knew someone. Obviously, people are studying, and they study from the internet, right? I can go on LinkedIn and find out who is each person's boss just by glancing on LinkedIn. So if I'm evil, I'm going to write some special code that says, at this event, which we also advertise, reach out and send him that fish. Hey, it's a moment of urgency. Hey, I'm right here right now. I need you to go get those cards and go make sure right away. And you think, wait a minute, that's the boss. I need to make sure that happens. That spear phishing is working. They got you right where they want you, and they take you for that ride. Unfortunately, the average American is losing about $1,800 each time that happens.
Wow.
If it happens in an office where you work and you're the one who clicked and you should not have, it could cost you your job in some cases. We have to wake up. And when we wake up, we have to put it all together. Every moment in front of a machine, whether it be a deep fake or a simple phishing email or spear phishing email, a complicated email, or someone vishing you over that phone, you need to think, is this really? Did my auntie really want me to go because my nephew's been kidnapped and go to my bank and take out $10,000 and send it in cryptocurrency to her?
Wow.
I'm not sure. The minute you think about it, you realize, wait a minute, come on now. This can't be reality. I'm trusting a little bit too much. But that level of vulnerability, that hint of trust, is what a lot of evil actors are relying on, because Americans are losing trillions of dollars. I'm not talking billions now. I'm talking trillions, because we are constantly trusting without utilizing that cyber spidey sense, right? You put on that cap for a second and say, wait a minute. But the harm that is happening is not with age limits. They are coming after children.
Yeah. Oh my God.
They're coming after children.
That part is just amazing. And we always tell our children, even when I was growing up, never trust strangers. And we got to realize that these are strangers out on the internet. If you can't verify exactly who it is, and again, what are they asking you to do? What is coming across here? Like you said, anybody asked me for $10,000 and they've been kidnapped, like, you got the wrong guy. I said, well, I know what happened.
Right.
But I understand what you're saying. They do their research. And you went to Jamaica, you went on vacation, you don't know, and then someone sends you something, some information like that. And of course, you're going to be emotionally charged. And that emotionally charged situation is what they're going to try to exploit to get you to do something that you normally would not do. And it can catch you off guard. But we want to find out. So tell us a little bit more about Cyberminds. What exactly is that?
Our friends at Cyberminds, and I'm one of the founders, We are a conglomerate of doctorates who have decided we're going to help and we're going to give back. Our entire existence has been not only through fortune, but hard work. And we are exhausted watching hundreds and thousands of dollars leave our trusted hands from grandparents to children that we've decided we're going to create a not-for-profit. And with this not-for-profit, we're going to start not only with trainings, but moments like this, where we say at a grassroots and a down-to-earth level. I could spout out all kind of acronyms and give you all kind of definitions and spout out all information about code, but that doesn't translate to the average person living right next door. That's not going to help that person sitting with their $1,800 saying, I need to pay my light bill, not get ripped off. Cyberminds is a group of wonderful individuals who we all graduated from the same doctoral program, and we've decided we're going to shape a new future in cyberspace, a new future in privacy, and a new future in how to ensure that everyone has a fighting chance to learn with every moment that we exist from here forward. We're in our grassroots, we're in our infancy. You will see a launch coming soon. I'm excited to know that we are a group of educated minorities, educated entrepreneurs, and educated folks who are walking up to the table saying, hey, we all have our doctorates. Now, let's talk cyber. Let's talk information security. Let's go.
No, that's very important because we don't want to be intimidated. We talked about that earlier. We want to talk about it again. Do not be intimidated by the technological world, the digital kingdom. I think there's some stereotype around that, like that is some, people that are really geeky, they're behind the scenes. They see these different individuals usually don't look like you. However, when you really think about it, these are just people who got involved and really started to understand how the technology worked. Some of them went the black hat way. Some of them went the white hat way. Because once you realize that, like, hey, I can do certain things in the internet that may be detectable, maybe not detectable. People started to see there's a lot of these hackers that are out there were 15 years old. These are kids.
That's right.
They thought it was funny. They're hacking the US FBI site and stuff like that because it was available to them. And we took a lot of the stuff for granted. We can't afford to do that anymore. People need to understand basic cybersecurity protocol just like they understand English and math and the core things that we learn, whether it's history. You need to understand this at an early age, because this is what they do in China. This is what they do in India. They're learning these things in K through 12, not collegiate level.
That's right. And you are nailing it on the head, because as a little child, some of us started with, hey, I wasn't supposed to open up that little broken toy. But if you're curious about how it works, you're already starting to say to yourself, I can do this. Every moment that a child says, I can do this, needs to continue in that school. Don't be intimidated by the math that you see in those textbooks. If you are curious, technology has a wide spectrum of opportunities, from a special design side all the way through to crunching code and or data and privacy. Don't limit yourself. There are plenty of people who look like you who are ready to help you move up and gain what you need to succeed and thrive. That is the important part of tonight's conversation, letting you know that people like myself and other members of Cyberminds are not only here, but we came from whence you started. I know my background. Listen, a poor zip code way down in Miami. And I made it. So you can make it too. It's just a matter of, do you want it? Are you interested? And get on the platform and announce to the world, you're here to learn. And people, if you are in a position and you need to hire, give someone else an opportunity to come and work for you. Teach them and mentor them. Don't just sit back and let the whole world pass us by. Technology, with all the trillions of dollars just on the cybersecurity side, imagine all the other dollars on the other side. There's plenty of space for everybody. That's one big pie that everybody can get a chunk.
I tell you, Dr. Fred, we got 1 second left. Give us your contact information. This has been wonderful, and I can't wait to engage with you again.
Please email me, fhicks@cyberminds.org. Please reach out and stay safe, everyone.
All right. Thank you so much for being on the Black Business Network. Genius is coming, and I'll see you on the other side.
Thank you.
The Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K through 12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. Please, you may go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund or use the Cash App at $BBXUSA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can register online at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts. Please donate to the Black Business Expo USA Scholarship Fund.
Follow the Brand TV broadcast host, Grant McGaugh, as he visits with top executives and entrepreneurs to find out their secrets of success with their personal brand. Follow the Brand TV broadcast host as he focuses on brand development to build better relationships, bring value to your business, relationships, and career. You will enjoy listening to each episode that is tailored to speak to you directly. If you're looking for this type of clarity in terms of building your brand, you have tuned into the right station. Each episode will help you to shape a conversation in the 5-star BDM network of 20,000 professionals and become a springboard for your corporate engagement and business opportunities. Each guest will frame their story in the areas of personal branding, business development, career development, financial empowerment, and technology innovation. Grant McGaugh explains why he is the CEO and owner of his own professional career. Grant is an accomplished business leader and entrepreneur who wants to give back to individuals to grow their personal brand strategy. Tune in as he weaves his story about new possibilities, while to you exceed expectations. If you love storytelling, this show will make for fun.
The 5-star BDM LinkedIn social selling course can help you stand out and attract the right connections and opportunities. We will help you professionally create your profile, provide personalized recommendations for improvement, and help you create and share engaging content to help you showcase your skills and expertise. Our 5-step course makes connecting with industry experts, finding job opportunities, and building meaningful relationships easy. Social selling can be an effective way for you to generate leads and close deals, but it does have its challenges. Our course will help you solve the problems associated with digital networking. If you need help personalizing your outreach and messaging, which can lead to low response rates and a lack of engagement. If you need help targeting the right prospects, this course is for you. With so much noise on social media, it can be challenging to cut through the clutter and get your message in front of the right people. Our course will personalize your messaging using our targeting tools and research. You can identify and reach the right prospects. We will also show how to deliver high quality, valuable content that attracts and engages prospects and clients. The 5-star BDM LinkedIn social selling course will address these challenges by implementing best practices. As a result, you can improve your social selling efforts and generate better results. Are you looking to improve your LinkedIn profile and reach a wider audience? Social selling is an effective way for you to generate leads and close deals, but it does have its challenges. Some common problems we saw with social selling include lack of visibility, If your profile is not optimized or you're not actively participating in groups or sharing content, it can be difficult to get noticed on LinkedIn. Number 2, lack of personalization. Some businesses struggle with personalizing their outreach and messaging, which can lead to low response rates and a lack of engagement. Also, difficulty targeting the right prospects. It can be difficult to identify and target the right prospects on social media, especially if you don't have access to robust targeting tools. And number 4, outdated content. If your LinkedIn profile or content is not up to date, it can give the impression that you're not actively engaged on the platform or that your skills and experience are not current. And lastly, poor quality content and not leveraging video and picture to convey ideas. To solve these problems, the 5-star BDM LinkedIn Optimization Social Selling Video course will help you focus on personalizing your outreach and messaging to better connect with prospects. In module number 1, the foundation, we will help you create high quality, valuable profile that will attract and engage. In module 2, the story, optimizing your LinkedIn profile to make sure it is complete, accurate, and visually appealing. In module number 3, the experience, using your targeting tools and research to identify and reach out to the right prospects. In module number 4, engagement, establishing a consistent follow-up process to nurture leads and build relationships over time. And lastly, in number 5, execution. Understand the metrics to help you measure your brand effectiveness. By addressing these challenges and implementing best practices, you will improve your social selling with the 5-star BDM LinkedIn Optimization Social Selling course. Listen to what others have said about 5-star BDM.
Grant, I'll tell you why I'm here, right? I'm here because I love your brand. When we started chatting on LinkedIn, we connected. I checked you out and I go, man, this guy knows what he's talking about.
You were definitely instrumental in helping to shape that knowledge of who I am. Because at first I thought, well, I am an actress. I am a writer. I am a producer. I am a speaker. And so I said, well, I must be a creative communicator. I know that there is a narrative thread here, but you nailed it when you said you are a storyteller. So you brought it all together in this cohesive title.
Sign up today to improve your social selling opportunities.
I am over, operations, strategy. I have a small team. We take a look at the big picture. Well, I look at the big picture and kind of see, okay, here are opportunities, kind of work with the team. They come up with solutions. They come up with ideas. I love to brainstorm. I guess that's maybe the creative side. What I've learned is when it comes to people and technology, it seems as if when new technology comes on the scene, we may tend to use old way of thinking to apply to the new technology.
Tune in for our next show or click on our website at www.firestarbdm/followthebrandtv. Thank you. Hey everyone, it's Grant McGaugh, CEO of 5-Star BDM and host of the award-winning Follow the Brand podcast and TV series, where I help you to build a 5-star brand that people will follow. My genius is personal brand development through intelligent communication and helping you achieve your business and career goals. I am a requested speaker on digital technology and brand development issues. I want to work with you to increase the value of your current opportunities while attracting new ones. Every one of you is unique, and we all share challenges that can be addressed through smart branding. As a superconnector, I work with you as an executive coach to guide you along the complicated business and career development road, providing the enhancement tools and information you need to succeed. Together, I will help you succeed in today's challenging business climate. I will evaluate and measure your progress. Best of all, I am right alongside you every step of the way. Build the brand called you. Genius.